Welcome to the beach. My guest today is a gentleman who has something of a serial entrepreneur, has been for many years, comes from a large family, who all appear to and sound to be entrepreneurs, and he's with me today to tell us how he does it, and his name is Ian Skinner.
Hi Bill, thanks very much for the invitation. Spilled your coffee.
I sure did. Hot.
Great start. Well, the good news is that as a cleaning company, we can clean that up for you.
You're not opportunist at all, are you?
Not at all. We never spot opportunities, and we don't know anything about them.
So Ian, I mentioned there that it's a very interesting combination, you know, the big family and the business. Does everyone in your family have a business? How many was in your family?
So my mother and father had 11 children, so I'm one of 11. I was born right in the middle, so I've got 7 sisters and 3 brothers.
Right.
So I was born as the 6th child, and I've kind of brought the balance to the whole family troop. But one of the things that being part of such a large family did was taught you how to be competitive, and regrettably that can actually boil over sometimes, and sometimes make me a little bit too competitive. So for example, even I hate losing at tiddlywinks. So now transfer that into a business life, and I do not like people to say no. In fact, I'll find every possible way I can to turn a no into a yes.
Okay, well that's a good philosophy in business.
Well, it certainly seems to have...
It's ingrained by the sound of it.
Yeah, it is ingrained, and we try to ingrain that in the people that we work with. I think it's also important to understand that being part of a large family, you also learn how to be very resilient, because at a young age, you don't always get told yes, but you have to find ways of turning that yes, that no into a yes, no matter what it is.
Into positives.
Absolutely, negative into positives, and that stands in good stead for business as well.
And I believe you have, well, let's stick first with your core business. I believe you do specialised cleaning.
That's right. We set up a business over 20 years ago called the Diverse Cleaning Company. We spotted an opportunity in the market to take care of the hygienic cleaning solutions for kitchen environments. Part of my background as a chef in the Royal Navy for 9 years meant that I had a deep-seated understanding of how to clean commercial kitchens and ductwork systems. So we've been doing that for the last 22 years. We've captured some very high-profile customers, and in fact, often people ask us how we managed to do that. Happy to talk about it in more detail, but that's what really spurred us on to set up our second business adventure, which is called the Business Improvement Group.
Okay. Sticking with the specialised cleaning just for a moment longer, what is so specialised about it? What is it you do that makes it so specialised?
Okay, so on any given day, we could have teams or operatives hanging from ropes doing abseil cleaning. They could be using powered access, cherry pickers.
Health and safety's not on watching this, are they? Yeah, go on.
Cherry pickers, scissor lifts, booms of all kinds. Confined space regulations play a very big part in what we do.
Right.
So our staff have to be very well trained in both health and safety and in chemical use. They've got lots of certificates to prove that they're competent and capable of doing this kind of work. And so that gives it the title of being specialist cleaners. And
so clearly that's been a success for you for all the reasons that you've said. But you mentioned this Vig Company. So how do you view that? Is it? Did you suggest that was a little bit of putting back, or?
So yeah, we're in a privileged position now where we've got the opportunity to give something back. Over many years, perhaps over the last 30 to 35 years, we've learnt so much in terms of the businesses that we've been involved with. Not only from the businesses that we've owned and managed, but from the businesses that have been involved with working for some of the largest operators in the country. Now what we're trying to do is to create an affordable solution for those businesses that don't have a big budget to spend on mentoring and training. And we've selected mentoring as our main vehicle because we think that that's the best opportunity to provide accelerated development for the people that are interested to work with us. And we can do that on an affordable basis, as opposed to them having to find hundreds and hundreds of pounds for something that they're not sure that will give them results.
Right. as in coaching companies?
So there are coaching companies out there, and some very good coaching companies out there.
Yeah.
Their prices tend to be a little bit unaffordable for the new business startups
Yeah.
and businesses that are struggling.
And that's where you
and that's our
area.
market. We've been looking after a couple of companies over the last 6 months, and have not charged them a single penny, simply because they can't afford. What we did say is that when we get them to a position where they're profitable,
Yeah.
then we'll start talking about some affordable charges.
Yeah.
And they've agreed to that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's extremely reasonable.
Oh, well, I hope so.
That's extremely reasonable of you. Now, you are also, I think you probably find yourself on the networking circuit quite an amount. And interestingly, today we just realised that I had actually never, although I knew you and knew of you and had shared rooms with you on countless occasions, I'd never actually met. So this is quite an interesting get-together today.
It is strange, and I think I've seen you at a number of events,
Yeah.
certainly in the local area. We've never really had the opportunity,
Yeah.
because you always seem to be really, really busy. Certainly when you're working as part of your Giant Leap photography business, I imagine your time's pretty well spoken for. But yeah, it's always great to make new acquaintances and develop new relationships.
Yeah.
And that's my main reason to go networking.
And do you do many networking events?
Not as many as I used to, because ultimately you end up having to do some real work. I don't suggest that
No.
networking isn't real work.
No,
But-
don't do that.
Yeah.
It's bad for you. It's bad for your health.
It depends who you're working with and who you're helping.
Yeah. I know that you're I know that you're big on the LinkedIn stuff.
Well, one of the main reasons I'm so keen on LinkedIn is for one really good reason. I want to support the guy that initially got this started in the Portsmouth area. I'm a massive fan of the guy that got it started, and I don't mind mentioning Ian Gribble. Not only do we like the way that he operates, but I like the guy as a human being, as an individual.
How could you not? We've had him in here.
Absolutely, and that's what first attracted me to him.
Yeah.
And so it was a natural thing again for me to be able to support him in what he was trying to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we are natural givers. I think as human beings, we want to give.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's really difficult to find a way of doing that, but I think if you work hard at it, there's always a way to help people.
Yeah, that's right. And sadly, there are people out there who would take advantage of that. But in the main, if you help people, they tend to accept it gracefully.
Listen, I get taken advantage of almost on a daily basis, and I don't have a problem with that. I've got the security and the strength of character to understand that there are always going to be takers. But that says more about them than it does about me.
Absolutely correct. It's absolutely correct, and that's a wonderful attitude that you have to it there. It's their problem more than it is yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's also interesting you mentioning there about your strength of character. That's kind of like, well, I don't need to prove it, wonderful. Ian, we're going to have to start winding this up a bit.
Okay.
Give me a 30-second review of what you've got coming in the next year, say.
Okay, so we're going to be spending a lot more time and effort on our business improvement group, or BIG, as we'd like it to become known, developing monthly events for our BIG club members to attend, to get the opportunity to get some peer-to-peer networking and learning, some peer-to-peer mentoring and learning, and an opportunity to help some other businesses. That's our sole focus for the next year. Our cleaning business is developed to the point where we want it to be. Now we'd like to do the same with BIG.
It's wonderful to hear, and it's so good to hear people giving something back. And you will keep us posted.
Of course I will.
And you may pay us another visit at another stage, because I think
I
there's
look forward to
plenty
that.
more that we could chat about.
There's certainly more.
Thanks for coming in, Ian. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for watching On the Beach. We have always more terrific guests for you to meet. And if you would like to take part or join us or come in, be on the beach or ask questions of some of our guests, please do so. We'd love to see you. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.